Campus 4.2's layout has been the topic of many people's minds ever since its release. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing that. Alright, hi, TT here, and today we are going to be discussing the layout of Campus 4.2 and if it is considered a mess. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. So what I mean by Campus 4.2 necessarily being a mess, I mean by the actual layout of Campus 4.2. So when you load into Campus 4.2, you basically load in the middle of the cafeteria. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you load into the cafeteria, you could basically go to your left or your right, and that would lead you to two completely different classes. So on your right side, I think you could go to the English class and like those other classes that are not complete, and on the left side you can go to the archery class and those other places that are not complete yet. And some people have genuinely been saying that Campus 4.2's layout have genuinely been a mess, and not a lot of people have been liking it lately, saying that Campus 4.2's layout has been very confusing and very hard to traverse, as in like people don't really know how to go from left to right, and it's quite easy to get lost inside of Campus 4.2. Now, to be completely honest, I do get quite lost in Campus 4.2 sometimes. Like sometimes I forget where the English class is because I know that after school they give you that homework. And after they give you the homework, you have to in your homework. And sometimes I'm stuck having to look for where my class is. And I really hope that some of the classes like swimming class and like class don't have like a dedicated class or where you have to like turn in your homework, because I'm pretty sure that flight class is just an obstacle course and it would basically be impossible for you to turn in your homework that way. And for swimming class, basically the same thing, but I kind of know where swimming class is, so I'm not really concerned about that. But for everything else, I feel like everybody is kind of like over exaggerating how confusing the layout really is, because I have genuinely seen people that have said that Campus 4.2 is a mess, and I'll put a tweet on the screen right now that I actually saw recently, and it's actually kind of true in a sense, because now that I'm like saying this, I'm actually kind of remembering how the layout of Enchantix used to be. A lot of people did say that the layout of Enchantix was similar to Campus 4.2. That may be the case. Honestly, that would be a good omen if it was actually inspired by it. Please correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, because I actually cannot remember if it was. But I do remember when I was briefly playing Enchantix that it was quite difficult to traverse. Like there were classes on each side, and in order for you to get from one place to another, you needed to press that go button to when you needed to another class, unless you would get very confused very quickly. And I do get why a lot of people would think that it is confusing. Even today, I was trying to find the sleepover towers and I actually could not locate it, and I realized that it was like somewhere inside of Poppy's office, and I was actually really surprised that it was there. I genuinely didn't know that it was there, and it confused me. I don't know, it confused me. But I am saying that every single day that I am playing Royal High, I am getting quite used to the layout now. Some parts of it do genuinely get me a bit confused. Like for example, when I was trying to look for the headmistress's office, I actually thought that the headmistress's office would have been where Poppy was, and I spent a good 5 minutes trying to find the headmistress's office until I saw a TikTok saying that the headmistress's office was actually inside of the library. And to me, that genuinely did not make any sense. Why isn't the headmistress's office right where Poppy's office is? Like, I think it would make more sense if the headmistress's office was right where the office where Poppy was, because it makes sense for the both of them to be right where each other was. And I'm pretty sure that Campus 3 has that layout still. And again, I know that you guys have heard this on my channel, but if Barbie would have just went through with Campus 3 and everything, like a lot of the elements inside of Campus 4, I feel like if those elements in Campus 4 were implemented inside of Campus 3, I feel like the idea of Campus 3 would have shone through with what happened in Campus 4. And let me be completely honest, I do absolutely love Campus 4. I just feel like Campus 3 should have been finished, because there are just so many missed opportunities that they could have done with it, and there are so many things that they just blatantly messed up with it. Like for example, changing the entire layout of Campus 4 and like making those loading screens and stuff. Like that's just personally my opinion. That's what I think they did wrong on it, but you guys could have that debate down in the comments. I honestly don't have have any bad things to say about Campus 4 other than the loading screens were getting to me a bit too much, and that's probably why they changed it up inside of Campus 4.2. I'm very happy that they did, but personally when it comes to layout, I don't know why I thought about this, but inside of Campus 2, when I first started playing Campus 2, which would have been around 2022 when there was no Campus 3 yet, I was genuinely confused as to where the ball was. Like, I don't know if that was just me being blind, but I spent around 5 minutes trying to find the ball. Like, I don't know. I feel like the layout of Campus 2 is kind of similar to the layout of Campus 4.2 in a way, that you need to like run around to like go and see your lockers in different locations. Like, I don't know if you guys are like picking up what I'm putting down, but in a way it kind of does remind me of Campus 2. And Campus 2, to me personally, it was a little bit confusing. I didn't know how to traverse around there for a long period of time, and I'm very glad that I know how to traverse around it now. Like, even sometimes when I go back into it with my friends, I do find myself like being lost half of the time, because sometimes they would say, oh look, I'm in this part of the place, and I'd be like, where is that? Like a couple of weeks ago, I actually figured out that the Campus 2 actually had a recording studio inside of it, and I never noticed that because I just ran past it straight. I always used to do the class schedule like normal. I feel like that's what's happening with the Campus 4.2. I feel like people are getting too accustomed to the schedule that they're not really like exploring around Campus 4.2. It may be also because of the lag. There are a lot of water around, and I get that the tidal glow season with all of the water around the campus would cause a lot of people to lag inside of Campus 4.2. This was the same case inside of Campus 4.3. When inside of Campus 3, when we were in the tidal glow season, I believe it was inside of Castle's Hat, like people could barely load into Castle's Hat because of how detailed it was. Let me just say, like, kind of a side note, I absolutely loved that Castle's Hat, and I really hope that it comes back because of the music that was playing in it. Other than that, the entire layout of Campus 4.2, I feel like you really do need to walk around and run around for you to genuinely get accustomed to it. At first, it will be very overstimulating, but as soon as you start to get that layout done, I feel like a lot of people will start to open their arms out for Campus 4.2 and like actually start to appreciate it. Because I feel like when all of the water is gone, we'll be able to actually like see what the actual campus is supposed to look like. Because I know a lot of people are not the biggest fans of tidal glow and not the biggest fans of all of the flooded out locations inside of Campus 4, but I will assure you that it's actually going to be here for quite a while, at least until August. In September is when the evening fall update is going to come out, so hopefully figure out a way for all of us to traverse inside of Real High Campus 4.2 properly. Alright, so yeah, I think that is all I have to say about today's topic. If you guys have anything to add, please put it on any comments, and yeah, that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya!